Welcome students. This is for the 6th semester students. This is the last chapter according to your syllabus. Unit 6, in which general introduction of herbal industry, herbal drug industry, in that we have to know about present scope and future prospects, a brief account of plant-based industry, that is herbal industry, and institution involved in work on medicinal and aromatic plants in India, and Schedule T, good manufacturing practice of Indian system of medicine component of Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani. We have seen Schedule Z in the last unit. This is Schedule T. Schedule T and Schedule Z are interrelated. Schedule T, it is objective. We have to see the infrastructure requirement. Everything comes in Schedule T. Working space, storage area, machinery requirements and equipments, standard operation procedures for equipments, health and hygiene requirements, documentation and the record maintaining, all these things will come in Schedule T, which we are going to discuss in this chapter. Before going to the chapter, let us have an idea about the university question. KUHAS, Kerala University of Health Science question, since May 2021 in Unit 6, in which I can see mostly they are asking 5-mark question. Once they have asked 10 mark also. Mention the objective of good manufacturing practice. Good manufacturing practice for Ayush or Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani or the Indian medicine have been specially given in the Schedule T. They have asked about in December 2022 2-mark question. Discuss a brief machinery and equipments of herbal medicine industry. February 2024 5-mark question they have asked. Scope of herbal drug industry. February 2024 2-mark question. Explain plant-based industry and institution involved in work on medicinal and aromatic plants in India. January 2022 10-mark question they have asked. So we have to write in detail about the, even including the schedule also can be explained. Mention objectives of good manufacturing practice, GMP, of Indian medicine or Indian system of medicine, Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani, January 2022 5-mark question. Explain GMP with respect to infrastructure, health and hygiene, July 2023 5-mark question. Explain plant-based industry in India, May 2021 5-mark question. Enlist the plant-based institution in India, May 2021 2-mark question. Explain present scope and prospect of herbal drug industry, May 2022 5-mark question. Give the objective of GMP, good manufacturing process, May 2022 2-mark question. Give the scope and the future prospect of herbal drug industry in India, May 2024 5-mark question. Discuss briefly health and hygiene requirements of herbal medicine industry, May 2024 5-mark question. May name 4 medicinal plant-based institutions. There are, I have given some list of institutions. They asked only 4. May 2024 2-mark question. Give a brief account of plant-based industry in India. Sorry. October 2023 5-mark question. Mention the various components of Schedule T. October 2023 2-mark question. So, this is a small chapter which they have asked 15 questions from this 8 question paper since 2021. We can see that. So, according to that, I have made the lecture. I hope it will be helpful for you. Make note on that. Make a hints. It will be helpful. You yourself have an notes. That will be more helpful. Present scope of herbal drug industry. In this one, I have added one point to know that the use of plant for healing purpose predates human history and form the origin of much modern medicine. You can see that the word again you can remember. The healing purpose predates the use of the medicinal use of the modern medicine is totally, you can see it is from the plants only. Initially they should get some source from the plant, from the nature, from the Almighty, which is given for the human being is the base for any new modern medicine or a synthetic drugs which we are using now. That is the origin. The plant is the origin. The nature is the origin for the synthetic medicine. Herbs have been known since the era of civilization and highly esteemed all over the world as a rich source of medicinal agents. The popularity of natural med products is increasing day to day or day by day due to the fact that they are comparatively safe, less toxic less side effect, easily available and affordable price when compared to synthetic drugs. The herbal drug industry is a very fast growing sector in the international market. In India, various systems of medicine like Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani, homeopathy, yoga and naturopathy are being utilized for the health care of people. Now the scope I have made into small slide by giving the scope in different forms. So the scope of herbal drug industry in Indian market. Some data you should know. Scope. In Indian market, herbal drug constitute a major share of all the official organized system of health in India via Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, Siddha, homeopathy and naturopathy except allopathy. More than 70% of India's 1.1 billion population still use these non-allopathic system of medicine. This is the truth. In India, raw drugs obtained from around 2,400 plant species. It is estimated that nearly 960 plant species are used by the Indian herbal industry. And the turnover of the industry is more than rupees 80 billion. Herbal exports include medicines of Ayush. What is Ayush? Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, Siddha and homeopathy. Ayush. Products which occupy a share of 3% of total Indian pharmaceutical export. Now, scope of herbal drug industry in international market. In international market, the international scope of herbal medicine, according to the World Health Organization, approximately 25% of modern medicine drugs used in United States have been derived from plants. More than 120 active components or compounds isolated from higher plants are widely used in modern allopathic medicine today, and 80% of them show a positive correlation between their modern therapeutic use and the traditional use of the plant from which they are derived. It's the truth. We cannot deny. If you just think about everything from the traditional use only, the new synthetic drug have been derived, and the synthetic source of the synthetic source is from the natural source. At least 70,000 medicinal compounds derived from plants. Not 7,000, sorry. At least 7,000 medicinal components derived from plants. The ingredient of herbal medicine are included in modern pharmacopoeia of drugs. Herbal drugs are also likely to lucrative or silent, not lucrative, that means profitable, lucrative in the international market. It generating billions of dollars in revenue profit. To cite a few examples, annual revenue from herbal medicine and herbal products in Western Europe reach $5 billion in 2003 to 2004. In China, sales of herbal products total leads to United States $14 billion in 2005. Herbal medicine revenue in Brazil was 160 million of United States dollar revenue have been given by Brazil in 2007. So herbal medicine market insights, if you want to see the insights of the herbal medicine market. The global herbal medicine market size was valued at United States $70.1 billion in 2022 and is poised to grow from United States $84.82 billion in 2023 to United States $389.75 billion by 2031. It will be the projected and expected growing at a CAGR, that means compound annual growth rate of 21% during the forecast period 2024 to 31. So you should know what is CAGR. That is very simple. Compound annual growth of any product which decides the economic growth of a country or a state. This is universal. This is world market. It means the annual growth rate of an investment. That means in herbal market, medicinal investment period of 1 year. Scope of herbal drug industry in pharmaceuticals. Ayurveda, Unani Ayurveda, Yoga, Unani, Siddha and Homeopathy, Ayush. Pharmaceuticals are among the herbal exports which make about 3%, just now we have discussed 3% of all the in Indian pharmaceutical exports, 70% of exports from the herbal industry, which are projected to the value of rupees 10 billion per year, are made up of raw materials. Indian herbal market is nearly 50 billion rupees with 14% annual growth. 1 billion rupees worth of herbal products are being exported. The demand of medicinal plant is increasing every day, and WHO, World Health Organization, has projected the global herbal market will grow up to 5 trillion USD dollars in 2050. For the current level is only 62 billion, but expected in 2050 5 trillion dollars. Scope and future prospects of herbal medicine. These questions they were asking. Scope and future prospects. Scope is similar meaning we can give. I have made into some points for the students to remember. One, in the scope and future of the prospects of the herbal medicine, new leads, phytochemistry, number 3, molecular biology, the scope, and number 4, genetic engineering, number 5, plant biotechnology, number 6, modern herbal formulations. Number 1, new leads, in which future prospects of herbal medicine market, it is estimated that nearly 3/4 of the herbal drugs used worldwide were discovered following leads from local medicine. According to WHO, about 25% of modern medicine are descended from plant first used traditionally. So whichever you are using synthetic drugs, they are the base from the traditional use of the human being previously in our traditional medicinal practice, like alternative medicines. In Indian medicines like Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani, herbal preparations, herbal modifieds, all this herbal formulation gives the base for the new invention in synthetic drugs. It has been estimated that 56% of lead compound, which is in the allopathy, lead compounds for the medicine in British National Formulary is a book of standard books of a standard formulary, which is by the National Formulary, British National Formulary, BNF, are natural products or are derived from them, usually from natural products, almost all 56% mentioned drug. Number 2, in phytochemistry, herbal medication has gained importance in recent years because of its effectivity or effectiveness or effectivity and the cost effectiveness. This field is bringing forward new, safe and effectiveness or efficaciness, not effect and efficaciness. Safety and efficacy is the main important fact which is needed for any drug use. So safe and efficacious plant-based medicines. There has been increasingly interest in pharmaceutical industry to develop new medications by developing the phytochemical investigation from plants. 3. Molecular biology with the aid of omics tools. Omics means genomics, herb genomics, omics, the omics tool. Herb genomics has recently become an emerging field which investigate the molecular genetic base of species, identify the beneficial traits in the medicinal plant, particular the synthesis and regulation of phytopharmaceutical compounds via integrating of at least a part of the genomic or coding change in the genomic work with the development in the technique of molecular biology. There has been an increase of interest in the use of natural occurring protein as potential therapeutic agent. So this is a picture just to show about the genetically engineered natural products, and the products have their own resistant power for pesticides, and also they can be used for various resistant towards various bacteria, insects can also be prepared. So number 4 is genetic engineering, the scope and the prospect of the medicinal plants or medicinal industry or herbal industry or herbal products. Genetical engineering, the scope and the future prospects. It can be used to improve the disease resistant, insect resistant, herbicide resistant ability of the medicinal plant. Also, not only that, also can improve the medicinal plant yield and increase the content of the active substance in the medicinal plants. Apart from that, you know very well, we have studied in the previous chapter like edible vaccine also. By genetic engineering, biotechnology, it is possible for you to prepare. Several genetically engineered natural products have had a significant impact, and more than 20 biotechnology derived products are now in the market. For example, tissue plasmogen activator is used as a thrombolytic after myocardial infarction. And you can see erythropoietin is another example which I have taken, is used to treat anemia associated with renal failure. And several colony stimulating factor are used for cancer treatment. Colony stimulating factor. These all are genetical engineering natural products which has been derived by biotechnology, by genetic engineering. So this is also a scope and future prospects of the herbal formulation, herbal products, herbal industry. You can write the future prospects and the scope, these points. And biotechnology, this is also a branch of the same thing, omics, the tool, or genomics, or genetic engineering. In biotechnology also, bioreactors, like biomarkers, are the key step towards commercial production of secondary metabolites by plant biotechnology. Genetic transformation may be a powerful tool for enhancing, you might have heard about the transgenic plants, enhancing the productivity of novel secondary metabolites, especially by Agarobacterium rhizogenous induced hairy roots. Hair root cultures, we have studied in the tissue culture also 4th semester. And number 6, you can see the modern herbal formulation, in which, just an example, technologies advanced such as distillation and improved microscopy enhanced the study of plant compound. 20th century, the pharmaceutical industry integrated herbal knowledge with modern science, leading to the development of drugs like aspirin derived from willow bark. Willow bark. Aspirin, we have seen aspirin, it's not a, basically it is a synthetic salicylic acid. Salicin, which is present in this bark, is evident for aspirin. So the studies of synthetic formulation, synthetic study comes from basically the natural compounds which are identified by our ancestors, which have been used. Natural products will continue to be important in the following 3 ways of drug discovery. Suppose a 2-mark question, if they ask, what is its contribution? What is the scope? What is the prospects in the drug discovery by herbal drugs? So first one is as target for production by biotechnology. Number 2, as a source of new lead compound of novel chemical structure. Just an example like willow bark, which is giving aspirin. And as the active ingredients for useful treatment derived from traditional system of medicine. Traditional system of medicine like Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani. Why not yoga, naturopathy, homeopathy? So these all have the base to give idea for the synthetic compounds. So now we will see a brief overview of plant-based industry and research institution in India. I am giving the names, very few, there are many, and the details. In India we have almost, you can see the different colors, different states which I have mentioned in India. In the year 1969, Indian government established a Central Council of Research in Indian Medicine and Homeopathy, CCRIMH, to develop scientific research in different system of medicine. As the research in herbal products expanded, various government and private research centers developed, which are actively engaged in the research and develop the herbal medicine. Many research institutes engage in research in medicinal and aromatic plants in India. So some of the list of research institutions and centers in India. There is Central Council of Research in Ayurveda and Siddha, and research RRL, Research Regional Research Laboratory, National Botanical Research Institute, Gujarat Ayurveda University, Bhagwan's SPARC, National Institute of Ayurveda, Eckhart, Mumbai, it's also a research institute, Arya Vidyasala, Interdisciplinary School of Health Science, BHU, very interesting, the first pharmacy college, this is first and second one is LM College. There is Banaras Hindu University, Central Institute of Medicinal and Aromatic Plants, Indian Council of Medicinal Research, National Medicinal Plant Board, Indian Drug Manufacturers Mumbai, Regional Medicinal Research Center, Pharmaceutical Education and Research Development, Central Council of Research in Unani Medicine, National Institute of Science Communication, Indian Medicine Practitioner Cooperative Pharmacy and Stores Limited, Indian Institute of History of Medicine and Medical Research, Zandu Foundation, Pharmexcel, Chemexcel, Central Drug Research Institute, CDRI, Council of Scientific and Industrial Research, Implant Center, that means Inter-University Medicinal Plant Laboratory for Analysis, Natural and Therapeutics, National Institute of Mental Health, Neurosciences, Punjab University, LM College of Pharmacy, very old, the second college who after BHU, pharmacy degree, pharmacy was started initially. So I have given all this institution, the place where it is, and postal code and its email also. I hope this will be helpful for the students should know, and also it can be used in the future. Sometimes they are asking to give some 3-4 names also. So I have given the list out clearly with their postal code and even the email ID also added. And when we come to some of the list of few herbal drug industry in India, there are many industries or thousands of industries. I have taken only few. Even in Kerala, in our place also we have many industries are there. Even Kottakkal is also an Ayurveda industry, herbal drug industry. We can mention that also. Ansar Drug Laboratories, Surat, I Laboratories, Kanpur, Allen Laboratories, Kolkata, Basic Ayurveda, Ghaziabad, Dauber India Limited, Ghaziabad, Herbals APS Private Limited, Patna, Herbo Medical Med Private Limited, Kolkata, the Himalaya Drugs Co., Mumbai, Shilpakam Indore, Hamdard, Wak Laboratories, Delhi, Zandu Pharmaceuticals Works Limited, Mumbai, Sri Badhyanath Ayurved Bhavan, Patna, Charak Pharmaceuticals, Mumbai, Biocon India Private Limited, Bangalore, Cipla Research Center and Factory, Bangalore, Government Quinine Factory, Mangpur, Vico Laboratories, Nagpur, Nagarjuna Herbal Concentrates in Kerala, Sri Kottappa Paresh Limited, Mumbai, Dota Pa Pradesh Limited, Mumbai, Sandu Pharmaceuticals Limited, Goa, Patanjali Ayurved, Uttarakhand, Sri Ayurveda, Bangalore. So I have just given a few list of industries. When they ask some names, you can write which are names which is available in our place also, it's possible. And there are many industries are there. And if we say Schedule T, and the rule is 157, good manufacturing practice of Ayurveda, Siddha and Unani medicine. This also asks question, Schedule T. Schedule Z also we have discussed in the last chapter. It gives the license, how the license to be applied. If we want to license applied procedure in Z, that is Schedule Z for AU, Ayurveda, Siddha and Unani, ASU. We have studied in one slide in the last unit. So that is also having Schedule Z. When you want to apply license, you have to follow Schedule T also. It is also Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani of the Indian medicine. Good manufacturing practice. After getting the license, you have to follow this Schedule T. Schedule T will be there only, then only you can go for applying Schedule Z for the application for the license to manufacture the Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani medicine. So just have an idea about these two schedules and rules. Good manufacturing practice, I made it into point by point for the students to remember. Good manufacturing practice is a production and testing practice that helps to ensure a quality product. GMP, good manufacturing process guidelines, are not prescriptive, are not prescriptive, or not prescriptive instruction on how to manufacture the product. These are series of general principles. They are not just a prescriptive instruction to manufacturing the product. They are series of general principles that must be observed, or that must be utilized, that must be performed during manufacturing. So this point a student should write very clearly. It is not just a procedure or an instruction. It is not a prescriptive instruction how to manufacture. It is a series of general principles to be followed, to be observed in the manufacturing unit to have a quality and a safety drugs for the human being. So when a company is set up its quality program, the manufacturing process, there may be many ways it can fulfill the GMP requirements. It is the company's responsibility, it is the principle behind to determine the most effective and efficient quality process. The good manufacturing practice for Ayurveda, Siddha and Unani drugs are derived in Schedule T. Good manufacturing process, the Rule 157 of Drug and Cosmetic Act Rules 1945. The importance and the need of GMP, need of the good manufacturing practice. The Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani medicines are mainly prepared from materials of herbal origin, where are often obtained from geographical and commercial sources from may vary in composition and properties, because it is coming from different geographical source and the composition may vary and the properties. So it needs GMP. That's why the importance of GMP, the need of the GMP, if they ask, you should be able to write in a short form. The application of good manufacturing practice in the manufacture of Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani medicine is an essential tool to ensure their quality. So objectives, what are the objectives? Raw materials used in the manufacture of the drugs are authenticated or authentic. They should be authenticated, of prescribed quality, and are free from contamination. First, raw material, initial step. The manufacturing process has been prescribed to maintain the standards according to the pharmacopoeias. Adequate quality control measure are adopted according to the GMP. That is the objective. Adequate quality control measure should be adopted. The manufactured drug which is released for the sale is of acceptable quality. It should be acceptable quality, means you should follow GMP. So in factory premises, when we talk about the manufacturing plant, should be adequate space for receiving and storing raw material, manufacturing process areas, quality control section, finished goods store, offices, and rejected goods and goods store. These all are many main parts I have made. Some of the parts which is given according to the Schedule T. First, initially adequate space should be provided for these all departments. Then general requirements to establish or to make good manufacturing process for Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani manufacturing according to Schedule T. First one is infrastructural requirements, general requirements. Second one is building. Third one is proper drainage system. Fourth one is water supply. Fifth one is disposal of waste. Sixth one is container cleaning. And seventh one is store. So these 7 points are general before going to the specific points for the GMP. So first you have to write this general requirement for establishment of GMP. First, infrastructure requirements means the manufacturing plant should be or should have adequate space for manufacturing process area, quality control section and finished goods store, receiving and storing raw material office of rejecting good or rejected goods to collect and rejected goods to be analyzed for storing, drugstore, etc. So location and the surrounding for the main thing in infrastructure of the pharmacy should be situated where there is. Location and surrounding of the pharmacy should be situated where there is no sewage. It should be present where there is no sewage surroundings. We are talking about the surroundings. No drainage coming from the public area and the public lavatory near to the pharmacy. No factory fumes should not come to your pharmacy. No excessive soot, smoke and dust. These all should not be there in the place where you selected for your industry. Second one is building. There are many specifications for the building. Building should be in hygienic condition. No cobweb, insects, rodents inside the building. Sufficient light, ventilation and working space. No dampness or moisture should be there on the floor and walls. Walls and floor should be even. Premises used for manufacturing, processing, packing and labeling should according to the provisions in the Factory Act. Proper placement of equipments to avoid risk of mixing and cross-contamination. Designed, constructed and maintained well to prevent the entry of insects and rodents. The interior surface should be smooth, easy to clean and disinfection. The parking bay or parking area, the parking space should be smooth and even so as not to permit retention or accumulation of dust or waste products. So number 3, proper drainage system. Sanitary fitting and electrical fixtures should be used for safety. Furnace section should be covered with a tin roof. Proper ventilation chimney in the factory. Prevention of flies and dust in the factory premises. Proper fire safety measurement exist should be installed. Water supply. Water should used in the manufacture should be pure and of potable quality. An adequate supply of water is required for washing the premises and the containers. Disposal of water. Disposal of water. In manufacturing section, the laboratories and the wastewater and the residue are disposed of after suitable treatment as per the guidance of pollution control to be followed. Number 6, containers cleaning. Adequate arrangements for washing, cleaning and drying of containers should be there. Stores, the 7th one, last is the general requirements. There should be sufficient space of stores of different types of materials such as raw materials, packing materials, finished product, etc. The store should be proper ventilation and should be free from dampness. So this is what Now we have to see the specific requirements according to the Schedule T. Specific requirements to establish good manufacturing process. GMP, good manufacturing process for Indian system of medicine of ASU, Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani production in an industry. First one is raw material store. Second one is packing material stores. Third one is finished goods stores. Working space, the fourth one. Fifth one is health, clothing, sanitation and hygiene. This is also very, very important. And medical services, specific requirements as a good manufacturing process in the Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani industry. Machinery and equipments, number 7. And number 8, batch manufacturing record maintenance, very, very important. Number 9, distribution record maintenance, very important. And record for the market compliance and registering 3 years, at least minimum 6 months to 3 years you have to record should be kept until the inspection comes. Quality control, 11. 12, that is if there is requirement for sterile products, special requirements needed for the sterile products. So the 12 points have to be mentioned, specific requirements to establish GMP, general requirements 7 points, and this 12 points for specific requirement for establishing good manufacturing process for Indian medicine and Indian medicine system like Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani production of industry. So first one, raw material stores. Raw material stores should be appropriate containers which would protect the quality of the raw material and prevent the contamination and rodents and insects which may disturb them and spoil them. So suitable cabins should be maintained for raw materials and metallic, mineral, animal origin, like that you have to label fresh herbs, dry herbs, plant herbs, there is excipients, volatile oil, perfumes, flavors, plant extracts, exudates and resins, etc. Like that you have to maintain very clearly the shelves separately. Each container of the raw material should be identified and labeled properly, which indicates the name of the raw material and supply and should be supply date. All these things should be mentioned. Also clear status of the raw material, such as under the test or whether it is approved or rejected. Everything should be clearly written and should be kept separate shelves. Record of the receipt and the testing and approval and rejection should be maintained very clearly for the raw materials as shown in the picture. Clearly it should be labeled and kept separately and should be kept clearly. So that is very, very important for keeping raw materials. Packing material stores. There are many packing materials. All packing materials such as bottle, jars, capsule, etc. should be stored properly. All the containers and closures lids should be properly cleaned and dried before the packing the products. And number 3, finished good stores. Finished good stores, quarantine. You should write the finished good transferred from the production area after proper packing should be stored or proper shelf within the area marked quarantine. After the quality control laboratory test and the experts have checked the correctness of the finished goods, then only, then it should be moved goods to the stock area or to the sales area. Only approved finished goods should be dispatched as per the marketing requirements and approved and finished product for sales. Working space. In working space, you should have a particular space, the instruments and the chemist, visitors, chemist will be coming, training chemist, all these things you have to cleanly, you have to maintain. The manufacturing area should provide adequate space for organized placement of equipment and material used is in any of the operation, there shouldn't be proper facility for easy and safe working facilities to minimize or eliminate mixing up of the drugs should be provided to prevent cross contamination of one drug by another drug that is manufactured, stored and handled on the same premises. So labeling, space, these all plays a major role to prevent that cross contaminations. Number 5, health, clothing, sanitation and hygiene. It's very interesting. You have to put mask, head cover, gloves, apron, wear mask, wear gloves, wear your shoes, wear your cloth, apron, wear your smocks and socks also, and wear your head caps, mask, everything should be wear. Workers should be free from contagious diseases also, very important. So they should use proper uniform. Contagious diseases. Proper uniform should be wear, suitable to work. Hands should be covered with a cloth, synthetic cover. Personal cleanliness is needed. Towel, soap, scrubber, brushes should be provided for washing before entering into the premises. Separate laboratories for men and women should be maintained. Facilities for changing the clothes and cupboards to be kept. Keep their clothes. They have to keep the clothes separately, and the belongings should be provided for the workers. Herbal materials may contain microbial contaminations usually during the course of harvesting, processing herbal products, and they are prone to microbial contamination are produced. To avoid the alteration and the reduced contamination, a high level of sanitation and hygiene is necessary during the manufacturing process. Waste from the manufacturing unit should be disposal should be made properly to the regular as to maintain a high standard of hygiene in the manufacturing area. Waste should be disposed immediately. Waste bins should be available, emptied and cleaned at least daily. Now 6th one is medical service. It is also important. Periodical checking of the workers and the chemist, all the employees is needed. And first aid should be there, and also first aid kits should be there for immediate usage, and the physician should be there. An annual medical checkup for all employees should be done to ensure freedom from infectious diseases. And first aid facilities should be available in the health record of all the employees should be maintained. Machinery and equipments. Equipments should be accordingly to the size of the operation, quantity of the manufacturing, and the capacity of the industry, operation, nature of the product manufactured. You can have semi-automatic or automatic machine should be available in the manufacturing units such as crushing, grinder or grinding, powder, boiling, mashing, burning, roasting, filtering, drying, filling, labeling and packing, etc. To ensure the comfort of the movement of the workers, adequate space should be provided. Ensure between the two machines or the rows of the machines. These equipment should be properly installed and maintained with a proper cleaning. Proper SOP, standard operating procedure, should be labeled every machine for cleaning, maintenance and performance of every machinery should be maintained. So when you talk about the cleaning procedure or housekeeping, there are two: machine cleaning methods and manual cleaning methods. This is very simple for you to write, which is not. For example, manual means sweeping, dusting, dust mopping, dry mopping, spot mopping, mop sweeping, wet mopping, manual scrubbing, manual polishing, spot cleaning. So machinery or mechanized cleaning methods, you can see sucking cleaning, vacuum by cleaning vacuum machine, spraying, buffering or buffing, spraying, buffing machines, polishing machines, scrubbing machines, and and stripping machines, laundering, dry cleaning. So this both can be followed in the cleaning of industry. And a batch manufacturing record, it's a very important record which has to be maintained. Computer, previously we used to write in a paper and we used to, now you can see in the record can be maintained in the system also. It includes records of raw material used, quantity obtained from the store, regarding its test and everything conducted during the various stages of the manufacturing like taste, color, physical characters and chemical tests, stability, all should be written very clearly. All manufacturing records should be duly signed by the production chemist or production and the quality control person respectively. It is essential to maintain the record of the date, manpower, who works and machine, equipment which is used, along with the inner process record, various Sodhana. Sodhana means Sodhana means purification process. It is purification, Sodhana or Sudhana you can say, but it is the Sanskrit word Sodhana, but Suddham. So Sudhana, that sound comes. So it is purification process of the poisonous drug or a strong product, trituration in terms of internal use. Number 9, distribution record is also very important for sales. There is a lot of channel of distribution like super stockist, sub-stockist, then comes to the consumer, retail shopist to the consumer. So all these details to be maintained where you are giving directly to the patient or directly to the consumer or directly to the agent or super stockist or the sub-stockist. That is record of the sale and the distribution of the each batch of Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani drugs should be maintained to facilitate quick and complete recall of the batch when needed. Number 10, record of the market complaint. Market can get complaint by means of quality related, packing related, even adverse drug related and other than adverse drug related. So all these complaints should be maintained very clearly. Manufacturer should maintain a register to record the complaints as well as the correct action initiated to prevent the reputation regarding the products. Once in 6 months, the complaint record has to be sent to the licensing authority. A register should be available for inspection by inspectors or inspection of the premises. Report of any adverse reaction resulting from ADR is very, very important. Adverse reaction, because that's why we have pharmacovigilance, the biggest department which is formed in 2011, very strong. 2007 itself it is started. Adverse drug reaction resulting from the use of drug should be maintained in a separate register. Number 11, quality control. After quality control only the drugs can be taken to the market. Every license or licensee is required to provide a facility for the quality control section is in his or own premises or government approved testing laboratory can be utilized. The test should be as per the Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani pharmacopoeia standard, and it should at least minimum of 150 square feet area, quality control section. The manufacturing record should be maintained as the various process, and the finished products, control samples of finished product of each batch should be kept for 3 years. The standard for identity, purity, strength of the given in respective to the pharmacopoeia of Ayurveda, Siddha and Unani system of medicines published by the government of India should be maintained. All raw materials, there are many instruments, even HPLC, HPTLC, all the raw materials should be monitored for the virus, fungal and the bacterial contamination with a view of the minimize such contaminations. Quality control section should be one person of degree qualified in Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani as per the schedule of Indian Medicine Central Government Act 1970, 84 of 1970, the number of the recognized University of Board. A person of Bachelor of Pharmacy, Pharmacognosist and a Chemistry can be accompanied with the Quality Control section. Number 12, requirement of sterile product. If it is a sterile product, any type of parenteral product or any type of even eye drops, nasal drops and any type of transdermal or sterilized, manufacturing area should be sterile. Very important. And the requirement for covering the worker should be the coat and the instrument and the gloves which they are using is totally different. Ayurveda product in separate enclosed area should be provided. This area is aseptic, dust free, moisture less, and should have bacteria free air supply. That means HEPA filters should be kept in the industrial area. List of recommended machinery and equipments, minimum manufacturing premises requirement of manufacture of various categories of Ayurveda and Siddha system, Unani separately. So these both can be given some list. The machines can be interconnected. One machine indicating, for example, this point is given from the schedule of the Gazette I have taken. One machine indicating in one category of the medicine should be used for the manufacturing of the other category of the medicine also can be used. Similarly, some of the manufacturing areas like powder, furnace, packing, liquids and avalega packs should be shared with other items also can be shared. And you can see they are given in the list. I have made the list for areas. One for example, Churana, pills, Gulia or Gutiga or Matarai. So like that, how many 100 square feet areas and the ball, what are the machineries needed also I have listed out. It is needed for the students to go through. If they are asking, at least some examples should be given for certain capsules, means ointments, whichever you have used, you have studied in the pharmaceutics and industrial pharmacy. You can apply the knowledge and you can just go through the different products which is available in Ayurveda and Siddha, and this list I have given. And next one is separately I have given for Unani system, list of machinery, equipment and minimum manufacturing premises required for the manufacture of various categories of Unani system of medicine also they have given in schedule T. And here also you can see that is the number 1, 2, 3, it is 4, 5 it is written, but you can see 200 square feet for an Safuf and Ragan and Shafaf, Surma, Kajal and Maram and Zamar. These are all the products which comes from especially from Unani. It's not from the Ayurveda or Siddha. So they have their own formulation. So that all the things which is needed, pulverizer, triple roller mill. These requirements they have given according to their pharmacopoeia. So this should be kept for any type of products which they want to do. Even you can see there is eye drops, eye ointment. Their name is different. Kotori, Chasam and Maharam. That is Marham. That is what you have to remember. Hot air oven is needed. So those are the requirements you can just write. Now the list of equipments required for the in-house quality control. For quality control, we can have our own by means of appointing a pharmacognosist and a pharmacy person and Ayurveda or Siddha Unani practitioner can also be appointed for one person. So our government list which we say chemistry means you should have alcohol determination apparatus, volatile determination apparatus, boiling point apparatus, melting point apparatus, refractometer, polarimeter, viscometer, tablet disintegrating apparatus, moisture meter, muffle furnace, electronic balance and magnetic stirrer, hot air oven and refrigerator of course, and glass steel distillation apparatus, LPG gas, water bath and heating mantles and TLC apparatus, even including HPLC and gas chromatography also should be there, and also HPTLC, paper chromatography apparatus, sieve sizes, different sizes is needed for this one, and also you need centrifuging machine and humidizer and pH meter and limit test apparatus. When we come to pharmacognosy section is also very important there. In that, microscope, binoculars, and dissection microscope or dissecting microscope, and microtome, and physical balance, aluminium slide trays, and you can see stage micrometer, camera lucidas, and chemical glasswares, etc., and other chemicals should be also needed. So this is a small chapter which I have taken for you, and so that I feel I have given some information about this chapter, and also questions also we have discussed. So kindly make yourself comfortable. This is the last chapter. I finished little faster, but you have to write clearly, make it little more wider, and know about what is the schedule, importance of schedule T and schedule Z, which is seen in the last class. It is also similar coming to the Ayurveda, Siddha, Unani, drugs, industrial requirements, and GMP. They are asking repeated question. Thank you. Thank you for listening. Prepare your notes.